San Francisco, doing what comes naturally. Typical San Francisco shopper. Yes, indeed.
How did we know?
How did we know that she was a native? Thank you very much.
First customer of Cost Plus 37 years ago.
All right, today. Been here through all the earthquakes, huh?
Right. I'm gonna be here for the next one.
Oh boy.
Hey, wait! Don't turn your head. You ready?
Yeah. We're gonna join the band.
How are you? I got ILW building. Getting a little close there. ILW. And Dolores getting ready to cross over the parking lot where we got our cars parked. Yoli parking lot, Due's office, DA's office. This is the parking lot. They let us park here, very good. And that's the hall back there where they dispatch. That's the beginning of Fisherman's Wharf. They're all down there. This right here got a fence now. It used to have opening, but I guess too many winos coming in. This hall in the background is a little park like here. Really expensive property here. And this was given to the ILW by some sculptor, I guess. Well, that's the old entrance, Salo. I don't know if you remember all these trees, eucalyptus trees. Down there is where old Major Collier or something used to live. And somebody used to live in the hill there. I don't know who. That's the old hill. Horse Hill, where we used to keep Silver and Rex. And right there at that thrift store, remember the old gymnasium? That's it. And then we go around. Remember the big house? Girls' dormitories? There they are. Where your Lucille Turnbow was? Yeah. How about that? We used to cross that field right there, still empty. And there's a couple of the old cottages. I don't know what the names of them are. But it looks like they're the only two still standing. Right here is something new. That didn't used to be there. We used to cross into this field, it's still empty. Still empty. And this is one of the old cottages. I don't recall which it is. And there's one right next to it. That's where the spring used to be back there. for the mess hall, kitchens, the offices, girls' dorm for it.
But didn't have
And Salo, there comes the lower side of,
my store.
used to be the old gym.
You want to click this then?
What? Looking back on old Sonoma Cottage, Salo. That was Sonoma Cottage. Right there. And the one next to it, I guess, must have been... Can't think of the name now. Oaks Cottage used to be right there. Don't look like... Now, there was 4 cottages there. I think that was... That one right there is Sequoia. And the one that was next there, I don't remember the name. Well, here you are, Salo, your old basketball court. You remember it. Used to be the stage back there. And down below, out there, 1 floor down, we used to box, remember? Up there when used to be the old marijuana section. There's the old house that used to be there. This is the road going around. Back there goes to the ranch. This goes back to the back rooms. There's the old hill where Rex and Silver used to be in. The barns are a little bit back there. That's the old road. Goes right around the hill that way. There's the old office buildings where the girls used to be, Sal. Up there. It's the office. Used to be office space right here. Used to be. We had a pond, remember, Salo? That pond that we made there. Now it's gone. And that's the way over that hill right there. That's where Rex and them used to eat at. Right over that way was the barns. And right up there inside that hill there used to be a tree where we got honey out of. Go check it out. Remember the hospital, Salo? Alexander, that's what his name was. Alexander. And that house was there. I think there was 2 of them here. One of them's gone now. That sure looks like the tree where we used to get the honey out of. Looks like they got a house back there now. Okay. Ye olde hospital. Solomon, how many times were you there? What was Alexander's wife? I forget her name. She used to be there. That used to be where they used to keep the supplies at. About as close as I can get to it now. But I don't know what the storage area now. That right there, Salo's the old dining hall, right in there. El Salo, these trees got sort of big, huh? Remember when you and old Lucia used to sit under the trees here? I sat here a few times too with her sister. Forget her name right now. All that, Salo. Overlooking the cottages. Sonoma, Sequoia. I can't think of that last name, but it will get me. There you are. There used to be a tree there, Salo, that you used to climb, didn't you? What happened to it? Look at that. Old Dolores. Look like the foundation, Salo, right there, of this one. Cottage used to be there. There's some more of it right there. Remember, there used to be the big hot water steam things, the pipe used to be covered up there. And right in there someplace, there used to be that seltzer spring, but I can't see it now. They said because of the earthquake, they don't see it anymore, but it used to be there someplace. Because that's a road back there. It's paved now. Used to be a gravel road going up to Jackamali's ranch. And that's where you used to go up that way. A spurning with a spooning with the seal turnbow. Oh yeah, I used to be buddies with her sister, Augusta Turnbow. Sorry where the other end of the cottage was. Hey, there we are, Salo. The old entrance. The old thing. Remember when they used to have the horses in here, rodeos and stuff like that? That's it. Say goodbye. Noyo River. Sure is a lot different when we were kids. But 50 years ago, a long time, this all used to be beach right there. It was a part of a ship there. Now it's all different. Still looks good though. There's Dolores in her natural habitat. Look at this. And a fishing boat.
There used to be climbing around here. Yeah, wasn't there?
Well, I don't know. I was only 12 years old. 11 or 12, so.
It must be for salmon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That guy's got a pimple in his nose.
I know I'm on already last week there.
Half hour from Eagle Lake. You're not a guard out the prison.
Yeah, I heard that.
This is nice talking to you.
You too. Take care now.
All right. Someplace about out there is what they call the bar. Entrance to the thing. Probably where the swell of the ocean meets the outgoing water from this Noyo River. You reckon? Little one going out, bigger one coming in. Sabrina. Noyo River. That's where the fishing boats go up there and unpack their stuff. Yeah, right there, that yellow building, is a wharf we ate at last night. Pretty good. They do a good business. El Noyo.
Danny said, look at there, look at there.
Well, missed it.
Fort Bragg coastline. Got it.
Look at there.
Look at there. Oh, isn't
10 Mile River.
Isn't that exciting? Yes, indeed. Danny says, not too late for this gorgeous view.
Look at it. Look at all the wood out there. Look at that.
Oh.
The shoreline above Fort Bragg. Friday, 11th. Good year of our Lord, 1995. Well, that's where we're at. And that's what we're going to take a picture of. Pretty big log, I would say. Yes, indeedy. And that's Dolores over there. Through tree?
Yeah, privately owned park.
Oh, isn't this lovely? Can't see a thing right there. Which way do we go?
Follow the road, I guess. To
Which
the right.
is the road?
To the right.
Okay. Look at those trees.
Giant redwoods.
Giant redwoods is right. People.
There they are, right there. See?
You don't drive through to see the big tree. You get to drive through it. Hmm?
Drive through it.
Oh, you have to pay to drive through it?
No, we just paid $3.
Sure. You want to drive through? Are we going to make it? How's it on that side?
Fine so far.
Huh?
Watch the mirror. Go your way, just a dab. Okay.
Huh?
Watch.
What's the mirror?
Okay, let's go to here. Watch it, watch it. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
You want to get out now and see where we've been?
You want to park something?
Yeah.
We're not going to go in and buy nothing anyway.
Won't be here that long.
Huh?
There's a nice looking tree right there too, huh?
Where?
That one right there. To your left.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. Look at this.
You gonna get out and take a picture of the tree, aren't you?
Out there? Yeah, but I'm
Park
gonna
right here. Why don't you they can get around this.
Yeah, well. You gonna get in and look at the gift shop or something?
Mm-mm.
Huh? You're not gonna get out at all, then, huh? I shall return. Jesus.
Picture of the pond.
Pond behind the tree that we drove through. There's the tree we just drove through. And Dolores right there in her natural habitat. Sadie!
Recording, huh?
Yeah, okay. I want to drive by it and you can get the what it looks like, huh?
Yep, looks like a big tree to me. Nice, snazzy place. And this one right across the street, not too shabby. Oh, look what happened. The first company we have. That's Donald and Mrs. Jackson. We had the maid this morning.
We got the maid right now. She's still doing our room.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Oh, which one was a little short, a heavy one, or?
A little short, curvy blonde.
Yeah.
They don't look alike.
No, it's a blonde.
Hey, you guys have a nice time while you're here, huh?
All right, thank you very much.
Hi, Jim. Did I just say hi to you? Just run me over in the car, huh? Yeah.
Come here, Dan.
Oh, he did that.
Are you the older brother or the younger brother?
I didn't see the back.
Oh, Don led me astray. Yeah, Don got us in with his pass.
Oh, you got
Here's
this one. Yeah, this is Ferndale.
Where the horse is at.
Yeah, that color, the yellow and the black is Jerry
Okay,
Jackson.
say that again.
You want to go to bed?
JJ for Jerry Jackson.
All right.
That's his colors.
Oh, look at bed.
JJ.
No, I only
What's that?
How many 6 races?
There's only 5 horses in a race. You get a winner, you're going to pay $3.
JJ. JJ's caballo. All right. That's the track. That's the place over there. And here we go, walking. Goes Dolores lumbering off.
Zooming in on you.
Sneaking into the handstand. This is a look from the grandstand.
Yeah.
Beautiful view. Am I going slow enough, Dolores? You haven't said a word.
You don't make them fuzzy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a late rider change in the fair track. In the first place, number 3, called Willie Dow. Rider will be changed.
A starter or what? What is he?
He's just the guy that's...
Here we go. Come on. Come on. Oh. Let the racing begin.
Now they
The horses are coming on to the track. Very good.
Well, there's 6 in the
And the horses are now on the track for the first race. This is for 3-year-olds and upward. All winners of a race in 1995. This is an Appaloosa race. The distance is. And number 3 called Miguel. The rider is James.
Fuck that guy off.
There goes the horse over there.
Number 5 right now.
Turns home. And Margie has the lead by Metal Road is second on the outside. Margie in
Fuck off.
lead by
1 and 2.
Her Power is second by 1.5. Bill Power is third. And along the rail is Line of Sugar Daddy Crew. And following the Rockville is the lead by 3. Down in is Chris Bailey is sixth. Here comes Holiday Companion. But all Power Day is front.
Way up in there someplace. Hey, hello. There they go. It's Jerry, Don's brother. Walking the horses to cool them off. Huh? Who's that? After every race, see. Put the old water wagon through. There they are in the starting gate. There they go. This is the last race. And those are the guys that believe in it. Yeah. Hey. Did she make it? Oh.
The reason why you have a hell of a second is because
You don't really care. You don't push.
well, but the reason why I have a good second is because, okay, I fucked up on the first one. This is why I gotta do this, and, you know, and you concentrate more. And that's one of the reasons why you're supposed to
Speak up.
Nancy, before you go over there, get over there.
Oh, I don't do cameras. Oh my God, let me show him your nose, dear. Okay.
You're on your pitching arm.
It's still there, and everything's coming through. You don't see the ball. I think.
Not the ball, I see my spot.
Oh, my hair's all messed up.
I swing through the ball.
I need a belt. My pants are falling down.
I'm just saying.
Go this way, Jim. Yeah, all right. Hope it comes out.
I'd break the camera.
It might be too dark for it, but
Well, it's got a lot of light in the back.
I look so bad.
Jim, they said something about Charlie Drake.
Hey, Jerry, smile for camera. Hey, Jerry, smile. There you go.
Don't give me.
He ignored
Is your wife gonna play?
Huh?
We have to take a picture of us
Twins, all right.
Same year of school.
Hey, okay, don't say that joke. Don't say that joke again, because this picks up sound.
Oh shit.
You get mishit, and after a while you
Here's the most amazing oldies collection to date. 100 number one jukebox.
Oh, shit, Benny.
You can have 100 number one hits.
Let's go that way.
Decade of rock and roll in one.
Gloves. Uh-huh.
I think that's Wally Burger. Anyway. A Republican rally. There's Dolores. Caroline. A lot of people here. Chow time. Everybody waiting. Cerveza.
Come, thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Last year we set a record. I believe they had over 400.
Now, we all know that the Central Committee, the Republican Women, and the CRA...
Tell you, it's a pleasure to be here.
A story, a true story of what happened back in 1993. Poorly. In the inner cities, it would not be an exaggeration to say that it doesn't function. You cannot have people graduate from schools that don't function and have them as prospective admissions to the University of California or the University or Cal State University and have them in proportion to the rest of the population. People can't enter the university unless they are prepared in the school systems that we pay our tax dollars to America. Could have sown the seeds of hate and mistrust more than the notion that some people are given preferences over others simply because of characteristics they were born with. So my view is that if we want to change America, if we want to bring our people together, if we want to include everyone in this great family, to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to partake, to succeed, and to fail in accordance with their talent and ability, then let us do away with preferential policies. And I leave you with that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bernie. I know that's a message we'll be hearing a lot of for the next...
Ernie Richter.
Oh, man, I didn't record.
Dolores, gotta find out. What was her name, Dolores?
Anyway, I want to tell you a little bit about the Republican women. We have several different things going on here today. We have a bake sale in the back over by the Pepsi and soft drink booth back there. And we also have someone there that has slips you can fill out to join Republican women. Over here, we have a silent auction. We have a number of wonderful things that have been donated.
And next year I expect to see it into the parking lots. It's with great pleasure that I bring to you a man who has become a very, very close friend to me. As a man that should have been senator of the state of California if so many dead people hadn't voted. And I know that I've worked.
His spoofs, his gags, and put them together on tape. All compiled together. They're about 2 hours from our...
In Butte County, which voted 62% for me. If all the other counties were smart, we'd have a different senator. See how a real Republican event is thrown where you get 1,500 people to come out on a hot August afternoon. We have Jim Gesdecki, who's chairman of the Republican Party Central Committee in Santa Barbara. Boyd Larson, who is the immediate past chairman of the Central Committee in Santa Barbara. Phil Moore, who was the vice chairman South for the California Republican Party. And Nanny her notice. By the way, I'm pleased to say that our very famous former nanny now has her green card. It will not be a problem next time. The next 2 years, 1995 and 1996, the most important thing that all of you and that I can do is to support those people who are running for office. We've got Wally Herger, who is a great congressman. Bernie Richter and Tim Leslie, who are in Sacramento. Great people. We not only need to ensure that they get back, but we send them a real Republican majority, because after the election last year, I thought we had won the assembly. I thought we had a Republican assembly. But that Willie Brown hung on for dear life. And unfortunately, we have a puppet of Willie Brown as head of the assembly, and I am working tooth and nail, and I hope you will be supportive of recalling a Republican who didn't get one Republican vote to become Assembly Speaker. She got the support of only Democrats. Is that a real Republican?
Yeah.
Should we send her home?
Yeah.
We're going to do it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. It's about time that every Republican in this state learns a lesson. Only unified can we stand, and only as a team will we be able to govern well. And we need to go out and get Republicans elected to the Assembly and the State Senate so that we have a majority. And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, only you can do that. You, the volunteers. And the fact that it's August, and you could be out at the lake, or you could be at home having a beer, it tells me something. It tells me you're dedicated. Or you're waiting to hear our great big speaker who's coming later, who's going to entertain us. Let me just say a few more words about what I think we need to do when we do get control a second.
My pleasure to be able to introduce your next speaker. When we're back in Washington, Bruce's show started, I believe it was about 3.5 years ago. For each of the last 2 years, he has had the top listened to talk show host in all of Northern California. Our own Bruce Sessions, the one who helped tell the truth out, the Republican philosophy of that, which is the truth. Bruce Sessions, thank you so much, and thank you for being with us.
Oh, thank you so much. And just so you'll know, Ken Hamlin is on his way, so he will be here momentarily. Okay? I spoke to you last time.
Good. Roger Wittenberg.
Well, I didn't come here to get your vote. And I really don't need your money.
That's better. That's better.
They won't let me lose any weight. They keep feeding me over here.
Can't handle him, the man himself.
Yeah.
This guy, you're the best. This is from a place with the flag. Yeah, I'm here. I'm right here. Look at this guy. He's the short cake. That's our state fish. Golden trout. Okay.
Come forward now and sing the national anthem for us all. Jolene.
Thank you. I've had the privilege of singing the national anthem on Ken's show on numerous occasions, so me singing for him really is not going to be that exciting. I think what would be truly impressive is if we show him what a truly patriotic community we are, and I'd like to ask each of you to join me in the national anthem. Please remember, I have the microphone, so you need to sing out as loud as possible. Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we gallantly stream. That our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Now I introduce to you our keynote speaker. When I was a young man in Los Angeles, there used to be a guy by the name of Stu Hamlin, and he was a country singer, and he ran a radio show, and he used to say at the end of his commercials, tell him Stu Hamlin sent you in. Well, I'm going to tell you, tell him that Ken Hamlin told you what was going on and what was happening. So, Ken, if you could come forward.
How are you? Ooh-wee, look at... Just an unassuming colored guy. I want to thank you for having me here. I want to thank Bernie Richter. I want to thank all the wonderful people that I've had an occasion to meet. Ladies and gentlemen, I talk for a living, and a lot of you listen to me, and I thank you for that, but I doubt that my credibility is going to be able to sustain itself right now, because what I'm about to say to you is that looking at you, looking into the eyes of your children, feeling the firm handshakes and the endless number of people I've had the pleasure and the honor of meeting here, I'm literally speechless. I really am. No. I mean, you're the best. You are the best. I'm a phenomenon because I'm something as wispy as a spider's web. I'm a bridge between us. I'm a bridge between Americans. I don't have a negative message. I'm not going to tell you, and you know it because you listen to the radio show, I'm not going to tell you that this country doesn't work. You had a pretty good suspicion, I know you did, because my mom, who came to this country from the British West Indies, Barbados, she had a good suspicion that America worked. She was the one that shared with me as a young man the adage that the streets of America were paved with gold. She was the magic carpet, the weaver of my dreams, the maiden of my imagination. My mother who never mastered the art of driving a motor car, my mother who never abandoned us, my mother who gave all of herself to my brothers and my two sisters and me. Ladies and gentlemen, As a young boy, I would sit at her feet at 1406 Pacific Street in the dark, because my mother, you see, was raised with kerosene lanterns, and kerosene costs money, so as soon as you were through with it, whatever you had to do, you blew out the lamp and you sat and you talked. And I would listen to her tell tales of Barbados and dreams of America. I would listen to her talk about her belief in that the streets of America were paved with gold. Ladies and gentlemen, she never realized that, but her eldest son and her siblings had an opportunity to share in that dream. Through her naive ambition, through her tenacity, through her commitment as a mother, I am able to realize the dreams that this simple island girl carried and nurtured in her heart and passed on to her babies. Ladies and gentlemen, I am you. Oh, we may not look alike, and Lordy knows when you're burning up there, out there in that sun because you didn't put on enough suntan lotion, you don't think you're me. But I'll tell you something. I'm you because I'm an American hero. I'm an American hero because I'm proof of something we already knew, that America works. This is a great nation. She is a powerful nation. She is the incubator of dreams. She is the reason that our ancestors, whether they came from Ireland, whether they came from Finland, whether they came from, in the pronunciation of my mother's dialect, Barbados, or Jamaica or Haiti, this is the place where men and women hope to pass along their ambitions to their children. Ladies and gentlemen, we have not lost sight of that fact. We have gone through a time, we have gone through a number of decades of being told that we were selfish, that we were self-centered, not because our hearts are cold, not because our hearts have turned to stone, not because we are a nation of people who will not give. We are the greatest givers on the planet Earth. But because we expect, once we extend our hand to a man, to a woman, to a child, to a community, we expect them to rise up and try. It is the American way. Trying is what brought our vets home from the Hanoi Hilton. Trying is what gave those of us the strength necessary to prevail, whether from Vietnam or from the ghetto of Brooklyn. Trying is all that separates the daydreamers from the losers. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been under assault by the very institutions that use our Constitution to berate us. The Fourth Estate, the electronic media, NBC, CBS, ABC. They tell you that you are bigots. They tell you that you are closed, and to you, that you are insensitive to his plight. Just the other day, a caller from California called my radio show, and he was a man that thought life was especially unfair because he, as a felon, wasn't guaranteed an opportunity for a job. He was totally closed, as is the case with liberal propagandists, to the fact that here in Chico, in Berkeley, in New York, in various communities all across this country where there are ivy-colored halls of higher academic pursuit. Young people come out every year with no guarantee of employment. He is indifferent to the fact that every cycled season, wildebeest go across the tundra in Alaska, and not all will make it to the mating ground. He is selfish and he is self-centered because he wants the sweat of our opportunity that you're going to put into the bank for your grandchildren, for your nieces, for your cousins, your sons, and your daughters. He comes with his palms up and he says, gimme. And he is representative not just of himself. He is not representative of any one group of people, but he is the parasite that civilization has had to haul like a dog hauling fleas on its rump. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a right to shake it off. We have a right to shower ourselves. We have a right to safe streets. We have a right not to have hairballs form in our bellies when our children are 5 minutes late. We have a right to our parks, to our shopping centers. We have a right to buy the cars we want without our friends telling us, the ones that care about and love us, oh, Harold, I wouldn't get that car. It's on the carjack list. Something's wrong. That's not the American way. The American way is something I discovered riding across America. The American way is someone looking at you and saying, you're not from around here, are you? No? How are you? The American way is when I almost froze my derriere off one winter in West Virginia, driving one of those old foreign cars. I think it was an MGTD, and any of you sports buffs, I know it's California, we got sports car buffs out here. You know that it had a little heater box about that big, and it never worked, and it blew a breeze, kind of. And I came down a hill in West Virginia and ran out of gas right at the pump. And I was still carrying a lot of the separatist propaganda and jargon in my head. Well, when I rolled to that pump out of gas in the hills of West Virginia, there wasn't much around there looking like me, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't care what they did to me at that point. I knew I couldn't feel anything. And this woman, who is representative of all women, black and white, short and tall, Christian and Jewish, she looked at me and then she took another look at me. She got in even closer and she said, oh my Lord, boy, you better get the dickens out of that car. You come on in here. And I walked on in there like this, and this was a classic general store. And it was a cherry red stove sitting in the middle of the room, and there were a bunch of old boys sitting around. She said, y'all get on out of the way and you move. You get out of here. This poor old boy's going to freeze himself to death. It was a seed planted. It was the first crack in the cauldron that suggested I had no right to go anyplace, because when I left the boundaries of limitation, whether we call it the ghetto, the barrio, whether it is populated by black people or Irish people or Jewish people or Lithuanian people, when anyone tells you that you are limited to that geographic position, they have reached out to own you. They have reached out to determine the size and the length and the extent of your dreams. And I crossed that line at that particular moment, and a seed, a mustard seed of curiosity was planted. I have met nothing but good. Every now and then I run into insecure people who don't talk to me, and I assume maybe he's had a bad day. Maybe somebody stole his horse, his scoot. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, we have something truly unique. We have a nation of people where it's irrelevant whether you care about me as a person and individual. We have a nation of people that says it's irrelevant whether you are a woman, whether you are black, whether you are brown. We have a nation where I see an NRA cap out there. It doesn't matter whether Handgun Control Incorporated in Washington, D.C. doesn't like the fact that you load your bullets or you go to the rifle range. We have a nation of people and laws where our rights are ensconced in stone. The Constitution says we have a right to be the people we are. The Constitution says, regardless of the color of my skin or my politics, and I'm even big enough, although I look small, to include this right and extend this right to the liberal egg-sucking dogs. They have a right to life, too. It says that I have a right to be who and what I am, and I'm guaranteed the protection of the law. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're being told that that's radical, Uncle Tom, militiaman, white separatist, gun-toting, bullet-loading, right-wing, reactionary, destructive, selfish, insensitive, and a lack of compassion for the needy thinking among people who look like us. And I know these things, not just because I'm a grandfather, but because Brian Gumbel, NBC's greatest African-American communicator, implies it every day when I boil watching NBC. I am angry. I'm angry because they're trying to take away our country. When I was a young boy, I was told it wasn't my country. I was told I didn't have any part or parcel or vested interest in this country because you wouldn't give it to me. They never told me that you couldn't take it away from me. They told me you couldn't give it. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, hear this and hear it well. That decay and the erosion that's happening in East St. Louis, that's happening in Compton, that's happening in Detroit, Harlem right now, this very moment, it is the leading edge of that which will come to us. Me as a grandfather thinking about my firstborn granddaughter, to the civilized communities. And if you think I'm wrong, think about the exits along the expressway right here in California that you no longer exit at. Think about the parks. Think about the places once upon a time in America before air conditioning, or as it was referenced as refrigeration, people used to sit like this until sunset. And they would watch the fireflies. Today in America, you are told, why, what are you doing sitting in that park?